What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another Forza Horizon 4 video. I hope you guys are having a great day. Today what we're doing is jumping into Forza Horizon 4 and taking a look at this Lamborghini Aventador SV. Now, this car is absolutely epic. I finally just got it after multiple months. I haven't actually been out there trying to get this car, but I have looked on the auction house and it's very rare and exclusive and goes for many millions on the auction house if you were to buy it. So today I actually ended up getting it with the super wheel spins, and that was a very simple way. And of course I'm going to keep this car. I'm not going to sell it, but if I did want to sell it, that is a good way to make some extra cash. So what I want to do today is jump into the full customizations for this car, as well as putting a sick design on it and then going for a top speed run just to see what this car can actually do. So jumping right out of that, I really like the red on it right now. It's fully stock, by the way, so no modifications. This is the color it comes in. But man, even with it being stock, it looks absolutely awesome. And I love this like outdoor display as well with the house and all the leaves and trees. It's a very cool location. We'll jump out of here. We'll go over to upgrades and tuning, custom upgrade. We're not actually going to upgrade anything because we are going to put someone's tune on it. That just makes it fully decked out. But for now, I'll just show you what's available. And for the most part, it looks like everything is available. The conversion options that are not available is the engine. So I believe stock, this thing comes with like a 6.4 liter V12. So we can't modify that at all, but it definitely comes with the V12. So you don't need to. Anyway, drivetrain, we can definitely swap this from an all-wheel drive to a rear-wheel drive. Definitely don't want to do that either. You can also make it from a naturally aspirated engine over to a twin turbo, and I definitely don't want to do that. Naturally aspirated, I love the sound of it. It is incredible. You get that raw sound of the V12, and that's what we're looking for. Appearance-wise, I was actually pretty surprised by this. You have the front bumper, the rear wing, and also some side skirts. And the side skirts are pretty exciting. Jumping into the bumper, we have just the standard splitter that you can add onto it, and also the tow hitch. Staying away from that, don't need it. It might be with the tune that we end up installing, but the rear wing as well, I really like the SV wing on it. Of course, you can do the Forza GT wing, or you can do no wing. And with the no wing option, I do not believe that standard wing acts like the standard Aventador, where it just pops up when you're going. I don't think so. I'm pretty sure it's just stationary. So I do want to leave the SV wing on it. I think that looks the best, and it's absolutely stunning. Jumping out of that, side skirts. Now, these are not actually side skirts. What I ended up figuring out is they are lights for the top. So you can make security lights for the top or police lights, and these go epic with the police vinyls that you can put on the car, like the police wraps. Just looks awesome. Definitely very fitting, and man, if you had police cars like this, that would be insane. So jumping out of that, everything else is very similar. You got your engine modifications that you can do. You got your brakes and your springs, and then weight reduction. You can mess around with all that. Your drivetrain, which is your transmission, you can mess with that, and of course your tires and rims. So definitely like the rims that are on the SV, so I wouldn't personally change them. However, some of the tunes I was looking into have changed the rims and messed around with it. Me, I think these ones are perfect. So jumping out of this, we're going to actually go into the tunes that you guys may have created or someone else has. We're going to take a look at the stats. So currently the car is at 740 horsepower and 508 foot-pounds of torque, and there's a lot of room to improve. If you can see, this one goes all the way up to 1,371 horsepower, so almost twice as much horsepower. So that's exactly what we're going to end up going with. However, I'm going to take a look at a couple of them. Some of them range from like 1,400 horsepower, so that's probably the one I'm going to be more inclined to go towards. However, I don't want that wing to change, and I don't really want the rims to change. So hopefully some of these tunes don't mess with any of that. Let's go ahead. There's not really much difference between many of these. I'm going to go ahead and pick this one just for whatever. Before I actually confirm it, if you do want to download it, his name is on the left-hand side of the screen, and then all the right-hand side shows the performance stats of the car. So I'm going to download this one. Now, I have had a download before, maybe not necessarily this one, but it won't cost me much. just because I do have the majority of the parts already on the car. Just they were taken off or removed. I still own them though, so it doesn't cost me any money, if that makes any sense. But we're going to fully deck this thing out now. I'm going to take a quick look at it, and man, it did end up adding that Forza GT wing. But it kept the rims the same. So you know what? I'm content with that. That's okay. What I do want to do now is jump into designs and paints. We'll take a quick look at what your guys' designs and paints are. And some of these are pretty cool, not going to lie. I think I really like that one. That's a very cool one. But what I really want to do to it is there's actually one here in my hometown, and it's like a baby blue, and it has orange accents. Like the SV logo is orange, and it's an absolute epic car. So I'm going to do it very similar to that. Not necessarily the same, but I'm going to make it so it's relatively the same color. This car probably has the most amount of manufacturer colors available. Like, it's ridiculous how many options you actually have. So for me, I ended up going with like the baby blue one, which is this one. Yeah, this one. I think this one looks really, really good. I keep the wing the same. Everything basically the same other than the windows. I black that out. And then for the rims, I thought you'd be able to change that center cap where it's red, but you can't. So I'm happy with the black rims. And then when I went advanced, you can change like the inner barrel or outer lip. And I did mess around with the outer lip, trying different things like the blue and the black. And honestly, I decided that the black was the best. But now that I'm looking at it, I actually really like it being white. So I think that's the one I'm going to go with. I'm going to go with the white. That looks very good. And the windows of course are completely blacked out. Now what we're going to do, because everything's fully modified basically on it, we're going to actually take it out onto the road. I'm going to rip it to the highway, just see how this thing performs and handles. And then we're going to do a top speed test just to see how fast we can get this. My predictions are probably 230 to 250 miles an hour. But until we get there, who knows, right? This thing's insane though. It's going to be fast and it's going to sound great too. And that's the main thing. And firstly, what we're going to be doing, because we're in a forest, we are going to be doing a little bit of off-roading. So I'll get kind of a feel of it off-road as well. But what I really want to do is make it to that highway so we have a long straightaway where we can just rip it. Now it is quite far away, so the one I'm going to actually go for is right there. We're going to work our way down here. The only issue with that is it's kind of uphill. It's more of an incline than a decline. If I go from this side all the way up, then it's more of a decline, so I might have a little bit faster of a speed, but it's super far away and I don't feel like driving that far. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take it to the place that I have marked, and we're just going to kind of rip it around and see how it performs. I'm also in the future going to be doing a full review of this off-road, like an off-road race and a street race, and compare it and see how it performs on both. So if you guys are not subscribed, make sure you're subscribed with your little bell notification on. That way you guys know exactly when I post it, and you can be one of the first ones to watch it. So it definitely does not, or is not meant for off-roading. It does not want to stick to the road at all. I think that'll be a lot different when we're actually onto the road. I think this thing's going to be just planted. It's definitely a sick car. I feel as if you're on like a whole nother level. If you have one of these cars, an SV, you're definitely on a whole nother level in the car game. Alright, there we go. So we made it to the road. I'm just kind of going to push it to the limit. Try not to crash. I crash a lot, especially with the roads being opposite. I'm used to driving on the right-hand side here. Here we go. Let's see what this thing can do. Ooh, that was close. Doing a little bit of off-roading, a little bit of airborne action here. There we go. Back on the road. Our Aventador is definitely dirty. But unsurprisingly, it is pretty easy to handle. Not gonna lie. For the amount of power, like it has 1400 horsepower. For the amount of power it has, it's pretty easy to handle. So what way do I want to go? I want to go right here. So I'm going to get basically into the proper lane and do a little bit of a launch, a little bit of a sound test on the car. And I love that 4 exhaust tip on the bottom there. That's incredible. Alright, so what we're going to do, we're going to get this up to like 7,000 RPM, 8,000, and then let her go. So like I said, I'm guessing in between 230 and 250, so probably 240 miles an hour this thing's going to top out at. So let's see exactly what we can get it up to. Trying not to crash, so I got to focus as much as possible. We're almost at the point where it's revving out. I think 246, 247 I saw. Oh boy, oh boy. Let's rewind just for a second. Because it's really hard, like you can't take your eye off the road for even a second to look down. Otherwise you crash really easy. There's so much traffic here. I did see 248. 248 miles an hour. I think, ooh, we're dead. We just died. 248 miles an hour. So this car is super fast. Probably one of the faster cars in the game, to be honest. I think that compares with like probably like a P1, a 918, that sort of thing. We died again. Anyway, yeah, super fast, super nice. If you guys get a chance to get this car, make sure that you keep it. Honestly, I don't think it's worth selling for, even if it was 20 million credits. I don't think it's worth it. There's other cars that you can sell in this game that are way easier to get, and you can sell them for 20 million. So, I mean, if you don't like Aventadors or you don't like Lamborghinis, that was pretty cool. Oh, here we go. We're done for. If you don't like this car at all, I mean, of course, sell it. Why not? But I think you're crazy not to like it. This car is absolutely insane. So like I said earlier as well, so I'm going to be posting another video on this exact same car later on in the future. Not sure when. So make sure you guys are subscribed. But anyway, that's going to wrap it up for this video. Thank you so much for watching. If you guys did enjoy this video, make sure to smash that like button. Make sure you guys are subscribed one more time. And just like that, this video is over. I'm out. See ya.